Eva, it's been a while. Who is this? It's Chloe, your sister. Chloe? Doing something like that and then going off the grid for 6 whole years? And yet you still managed to reach out to me. Impressive, huh? You don't have to say something so cold. After all, I'm your only sister, you know. We have to get along. After what you did 6 years ago, how dare you call me your sister? I don't think of you as my sister. Ah, that thing about stealing your boyfriend and going on that escapade, right? Yeah, it feels like ages ago. I barely even remember it now. Turns out, he was just another guy I didn't really care about. How can you say that after hurting me? Honestly, I don't see you as sister, and I'd rather not pretend to. So don't think you can just hit me up like this. Why not? Anyway, where are you? I'm out for a bit. I see. I heard you're living your best life right now. That's none of your business. Don't you ever try to steal my happiness again. I also heard you got yourself a successful husband and you live in a mansion. What? Tell me all the juicy details, won't you? How on earth did someone ugly like you manage to snag such happiness? Ugly? My husband loves me more than anything else. You've got no right to judge me. Is that why you decided to reach out after 6 years? Just to say that? Nope. Sorry, but your beloved husband happens to be my boyfriend. There's no way that's true. Why would he even say something like that? Come on, no matter how hard you try, there's no way someone like you could beat me. Guess what? I've already moved into that mansion. What are you talking about? Both the doctor husband and the mansion are all mine. Ugly girls like you should just quietly leave. I don't get it. My husband isn't a doctor. Huh? His brother is. What are you talking about? This isn't your house? What mansion are you talking about? The one close to the beach. Oh, that house used to be where my brother-in-law Theo lives. It's definitely a super luxurious house, isn't it? Oh, really? But it's still a doctor's house, right? I gathered that information from my previous sources, so there might have been a bit of a mix-up. I heard you married a doctor and were living in a mansion. What kind of misinformation is that? Well, whatever. Turns out he wasn't your husband, which was a surprise. But hey, I still got into the fancy mansion. I'm all set for a luxurious life from now on. Yeah, everything turned out all right in the end. Hey, Grace, do you have a minute? Hi, Eva, what's up? So, about that lady? The one who's claiming to be Theo's girlfriend or something? What? It was my older sister. I'm deeply sorry about this. Are you serious? I never even thought about it, so I was completely shocked. I can't believe it was my sister all along. I'm really sorry. No, it's not your fault at all. But how did it come to this? It looks like she messaged everyone around me trying to gather information. She ended up mistakenly thinking I was Theo's wife. It's a huge misunderstanding. But my sister has always dreamed of becoming a doctor's wife. Well, I guess I can't blame her for thinking that, given their dad is a doctor, can I? My husband faints at the sight of blood, so he never even considered becoming a doctor. It's totally my sister's misunderstanding. It's really embarrassing. But somehow, my sister got the wrong idea that I married a doctor. I see. So your sister's mistaken assumptions and false information led her to believe you were Theo's wife. Oh, but I made sure to clarify that I wasn't his wife. At least, I think she understood that much. Okay, thank you. By the way, since my sister seems to be in your house, are you okay? You can't go home, right? I'm okay. I'm having fun crashing at my best friend's house. As long as you're not stuck in a tight spot, then it's all good. I don't think this situation will last long anyway. Huh? I've been thinking about things. Having your sister staying at our place is actually pretty convenient. I reckon this whole thing will get sorted out real soon, so don't worry about it. Eva! Living in this fancy neighborhood is just awesome, huh? It's safe and everyone is so classy and nice. I'm really feeling like a doctor's wife now. It would have been even better if Theo were here in this mansion with me. But he's currently overseas for some conference or something, you know? Oh, you didn't know? About what? From now on, Theo is going to work in a hospital overseas. Huh? They're short on doctors over there, so he mentioned he might not be able to come back anytime soon. You're kidding, right? He's really feeling fulfilled with his work there. So my sister-in-law was saying he might just end up staying for good, you know? Wait, sister-in-law? What are you talking about? You know he's married, right? I know, but he's leaving his wife, right? Theo and I are supposed to get married. He told me they're in the middle of processing their divorce. And didn't they just bought this mansion not too long ago? If he's working at a hospital overseas, what's the point of having this house? Well, I'm not Theo's wife, so I wouldn't know. I don't know anything about the house and his job. If you want to know the details, maybe you should talk directly to his wife. Huh? Yeah, but you've never even met her, have you? Well, it's not surprising given we've been out of touch for 6 years. You don't know anything about his wife. Stop talking nonsense. Why should I even know about his wife? I don't want to talk about it. But there might come a day when you have to talk about it, whether you like it or not. What? I told you to stop with this nonsense. Don't come up with weird stuff just because you envy me for marrying a doctor. Is this Chloe? Do you remember me? You won't get away with saying you forgot. Grace? Why are you messaging me? Ah, I'm glad you remember me. After all that happened, there's no way you could forget, right? Oh. You stole my husband 3 years ago. You went after him in our beautiful house. Well... But then, you totally disappeared after that, didn't you? Well, no surprise there. When the truth came out, that guy was only pulling in $1,500 a month. And the house was bought with my money, so it was in my name. When you found out the truth, your eyes nearly popped out, didn't they? But, you know, I was completely clueless about all that. I thought he was a handsome, well-paid, and rich guy. But then, turns out, I was totally fooled by him. And to top it off, I had no clue that house was in your name. Even so, it doesn't change the fact that you got involved with a married man and tried to steal him away from his wife. You're really something, aren't you? And on top of that, just 3 years later, you're trying to pull the same stunt again. With the same woman. Huh? The same woman? Oh, you're so dense, aren't you? Can't you figure it out? What? Didn't your sister give you a heads up earlier? She told you it's better to talk to Theo's wife directly, right? No way. Yes, way. I'm Theo's wife. You know, because of you, I ended up getting divorced. And after that, Theo came along and really took good care of me, pulling me out of the mess. Are you kidding me? Are you involved in this too? That's my line. How far are you going to keep meddling and getting in my way? Just get divorced from Theo already. I've promised to marry him, you know. If you just accept it easily, maybe our wedding could happen sooner. You're really just all about what suits you, huh? How much confidence do you have in yourself? I'm a self-proclaimed hottie, you know? Totally different from my sis, right? Your sister has a heart far more beautiful than yours could ever be. She's incomparable to someone like you, who just goes around stealing other people's boyfriends and husbands. Oh, come on. Stop talking nonsense. Plus, unfortunately for you, Theo hasn't even thought about divorcing me. Not even a tiny bit. What? That's just your assumption, right? What do you mean? You thought you were on a date with Theo just because you followed him home from work. That wasn't a date. It was just plain old stalking. Huh? And besides, you're in that house right now because you stole his keys to get in, right? That's some serious trespassing. It even includes theft. That couldn't be possible. Theo gave me the keys so I could come and go from the house any time. He even left them on top of his bag for me. That's just because Theo forgot to properly close his bag. If he really wanted to give them to you, he'd hand them to you directly, right? He wouldn't just leave them lying around. You just went and took his keys without asking. Looks like your stealing habit hasn't changed. What are you whining about? Anyway, this mansion is practically my home now. Everything that belongs to Theo is mine. I mean, we're getting married soon, so it's all ours. Oh, by the way, I actually bought that mansion too, you know. What? Oh, my dad is the president of a real estate company. He advised me to invest for the future. So with his guidance, I bought that house as an investment too. Really? Just after we bought the house, Theo was offered a position at a hospital overseas because they were short on doctors, you know. He seemed hesitant at first, but I encouraged him, saying if he could help sick people in need, he should go. So we lived in that house for about 3 months. Oh no! Well, then why weren't you there when I visited the house? Oh, I know quite a bit about real estate. So I was actually checking out properties in Theo's new work location. We've picked out a place for the two of us to live together. Are you serious? So we've decided to rent out that house. There are viewings scheduled soon, so I need you to pack up and leave as soon as possible. What? Are you trying to kick me out? Kicking you out? Seriously? You're the one who stole Theo's keys and sneaked in, right? That's a serious crime. Just remember that. Hey, Ava! Grace is your sister-in-law, right? Do something about her. She's trying to ruin my happiness that I finally got. No. What are you talking about? You're the one ruining people's happiness. How many times do you need to repeat the same thing until you're satisfied? Oh, please, don't get cocky. You're just jealous because you're ugly and couldn't marry a doctor like I did, right? I'm not sure what you're getting at. Sure, my father-in-law and Theo are doctors, and my in-laws have a long line of doctors in the family. But I've never once thought about marrying a doctor. I married my husband because I genuinely love him. I'm really happy with him, so there's no reason for me to resent you. But of course, I've forgotten about what happened 6 years ago. Huh? But 3 years later, It's really disappointing to hear that you did the same thing to Grace too. What's that? After stealing someone's loved one, you have the nerve to act so nonchalant. I can't believe your audacity. I won't be associating with you anymore. First of all, it's because the people associated with you spread misinformation that things go wrong. Huh? I have nothing to do with that. I don't even know who said what. Isn't it wrong to go snooping around about me? You're always saying hateful things. As punishment for causing me so much trouble, just hand over your husband. Then I might forgive you. No chance. My husband isn't just something to hand over. I truly despise you, so don't expect to even catch a glimpse of him. He may not be a doctor, but he's a high-achieving executive in a top company, climbing the ranks remarkably fast. Oh, really? Well, if he's such an elite, he might just be my type. All right, then. I'll just use my charm to win over your husband. Then I'll live that glamorous life. Things aren't going to just fall into place like that. I told you, my husband despises you. No matter how good-looking you might be, he's not going to fancy a woman who goes around stealing other people's partners. Get real. Hey, Eva. There are a bunch of cop cars parked outside the house. And there's a crowd gathering too. Looks like this place is totally surrounded or something. Oh, yeah, Grace just messaged me. Seems she called the cops. Huh? Why? Well, you did steal Theo's keys and illegally entered, didn't you? That's a crime. I suggest you turn yourself in. Huh? You're really gonna call your own sister a criminal? What you did is not something that can just be overlooked. You're illegally staying there. There's no way around it. Wait a minute. I had a promise with Theo. It's just that Grace misunderstood everything. So why do I have to turn myself in? So let me ask you, did you hear anything from Theo about the divorce? Did you receive any marriage proposal from him? It's hard to believe he just head abroad without telling the woman he promised to marry, right? Well, that's... Looks like I was fooled. Theo probably just played me, thinking he could fool around with a beauty like me. Seriously? How self-centered can you be? If that's really the case, you should honestly explain everything to the police. If they believe your story, it might not be considered a crime, right? Anyway, for now, just shut up and turn yourself into the police. Come on, I can't do that. You're my real sister, right? Instead of taking sides with your sister-in-law, help your real sister out here. Nobody sees you as a sister. I won't hesitate to turn you into the police. Are you kidding? There's no need to exaggerate things like that, is there? I can't believe you. Who are you to say that? Anyway, face the consequences and rebuild your life from here on out. I'm sorry. Please, forgive me. I'll apologize. Can you talk to Grace for me? Tell her my sister is not at fault. That's something you need to bring up with the police. It's completely unrelated to me. Why do I have to deal with all the scrutiny? I was supposed to be happy, you know? And now look at the mess. It's all your fault. You've got to own up to spreading that misinformation. Sorry, but I don't consider you my sister. What the hell? I'm going to block all your contacts from now on. Get the appropriate punishment, whether it's from the police or in court. Wait a minute, Eva. After the police surrounded the house, my sister had nowhere to run. During the police search, she was reportedly crying and shouting my name in tears, but it was all too late. My sister was questioned by the police, but due to lack of evidence, she avoided charges of theft, trespassing, and causing emotional distress to Theo and Grace. However, she was ordered to pay $20,000 in damages. With a suspended sentence, she avoided jail. But I heard she started working nights to pay fines and compensation. It's all her own fault. Things have calmed down now, and we're back to peaceful days. My sister-in-law and I found some unexpected common ground, so we've grown even closer. We're actually planning a trip to the area where they are going to live soon.
You're not busy at work right now, are you? What time will you be home?
Mom, I'm still busy at work. I'll come home late today, maybe around 10 p.m.
Huh? You don't even get paid for overtime work since your company is a small one, right? Don't work for nothing. Just get back home quickly.
If you're just going to talk to me like that, can you please stop texting me? I'm really busy at work.
Don't talk back to me. You make it sound as if I had a lot of spare time.
What do you want, Mom?
Oh, now I remember what I was going to tell you. I want you to buy some delicious sweets if you're coming home early. Sandy is coming over.
Really?
Yes, but you will be home late, right? Since I know that you won't need dinner, I'm going to eat out with Sandy.
What about Dad? I think he needs dinner.
You and your father can eat whatever you want. I cook dinner every day, so don't complain if I go out to eat with Sandy once in a while. Even housewives need a day off.
Neither me or my father ever complained about you.
I'm depressed every day taking care of your father and you, so I need to take a break once in a while.
I didn't say that I disagree with you. Why don't you do whatever you want then? You don't have to say you're depressed all the time.
You know what? I'm tempted to say at least that. I've been taking care of my family for decades now. And to think that's how my life is going to end is just depressing.
I don't know why you would say that to me. Why don't you have a hobby then?
I don't need that. I have Sandy to take care of me. I'm fine as long as she is around. Besides, she knows a lot of good restaurants, so I'm looking forward to it.
Oh well, why don't you get going then? Have fun.
I will. Besides, since your salary is cheap salary, there's no way you can take me to some fancy restaurants. Sandy really is a good daughter, isn't she? She's always treating me with delicious food.
Sorry that I'm not a good daughter for you. I can't be filial to my parents, and I can't be as thoughtful as Sandy anyway.
The way you talk is as bad as your father. Well, it's in the DNA, so it can't be helped.
I think we should end our conversation here. I'm busy. I'm still working diligently, you know.
Yeah, whatever. Then you must work hard because poor people don't have time to take a break. Do you mind if I go into your room?
Why are you going there?
Because Sandy is coming back. So I need to clean the room and I want to get rid of unnecessary things.
Are you going to empty my room?
Yes, of course. It's the only room we have here.
What about me then? I will lose my own room if you do that.
Don't be so naive. You're old enough to move out.
What? I don't like it when you say that out of the blue. Why so sudden? You didn't say anything about moving out until yesterday.
You know what? I don't care how small your company is. You have enough money to live on your own, don't you? You can leave anytime you want.
Well, I have money, but it's too sudden, and I need to prepare for the move.
If you don't say anything selfish about the size of the room or how close it is to the station, you'll find a room soon. Why don't you just hire a mover for your luggage? If it's just the initial cost, I can pay for it.
Why are you in such a hurry?
Sandy said that it's hard for her to commute from her current house. She's tired most of the time and she doesn't eat her meals regularly. I want to help her as soon as possible.
You should consider about my circumstances too.
Sandy works for a big company and she has nasty rivals at work. She's different with you, who only does a boring job that anyone can do. Sandy is my top priority, no matter what.
Can you please explain to me why you treasure Sandy so much? I'm your daughter too, right? You obviously have been treating me unfairly.
Why don't you stop being so mean all the time? Sandy and you are different, so it can't be helped. There's no use in comparing both of you.
Even though we're blood-related sisters? What's the difference?
That's what I want to ask you. Why are both of you so different, even though you're sisters? I'm sure you two were born out of my belly, but...
Huh? What does that mean?
Sandy has the perfect face and style. She was always the best in her study too. On the other hand, your grades aren't so good. Your appearance is also not so good. I don't even know what kind of job you're doing at that small company. Besides, your monthly salary is cheap too. You and your sister were born in the same house, ate the same food, and grew up the same way. But why are both of you so different?
I now understand that in your mind, me and Sandy are that different. That surprises me. I didn't know that you thought about me that way.
I've been wondering about that all this time, since both of you are blood-related sisters.
Okay, I understood. I don't want to live with a mother who thinks that way about me. I'll leave gracefully. You'll be satisfied with that, right?
Are you really going to leave? Well, thanks a lot. So, when are you going to move out?
I'll leave as soon as I get a room.
That's good news. Anyway, hurry up. I have to let Sandy know as soon as possible. Where did you go? It's Sunday. Did you go for work?
I have some errands to run.
By the way, how are the preparations for the move going? If you haven't finished it yet, why don't you take care of those on your day off? I told you to hurry up, didn't I?
I haven't found a room yet. You'll just have to wait a little longer.
You just need to prepare everything so you can move right away when you find the room. Don't waste your time. I can help you with the move.
Are you telling me that you want me to get out of our house that badly?
Let me ask you something instead. Are you worried about your sister?
Worried about what?
If I don't let her come home soon, she might get too tired and collapse at work. What if she gets sick because of that? Can you take the responsibility?
Absolutely not.
I knew you would say that. You're always thinking only about yourself. What a selfish girl. You're just like your father.
You know what? It's not that easy to find a room. It's only been a week. You should wait a little longer.
Then you can look for a room while you're at work, right? You have a lot of spare time anyway. Do it quickly.
There's no way I can look for a room while I'm at work. Don't be silly. I'm not playing around either.
But you just sit at the office all day in front of the computer, don't you? Why don't you just browse online and search for the room you want to move in? You should at least be smart enough to do that.
You won't know what kind of room it is until you see it with your own eyes. You can't just decide by looking at the pictures posted on the internet. If I fail, I'll have to move again, which will cost me extra time and money.
You've always been so selfish. And you're also lazy. You always want to try on clothes before buying them and check out everything before you enroll at school. You've been doing too many unnecessary things. You should be more efficient.
I'm searching for my place to live. I need to check about the security and so on. I'm going to live here, so let me take my time to decide.
You don't have to do that much. It's only a place for you to get some sleep. Besides, no one would harm an unattractive woman like you. In other words, it doesn't matter where you live.
That's terrible. You don't have to say that much. What's the matter with you, Mom?
It's you who are terrible. I feel so sorry for Sandy. And you act like you had nothing to do with it. Are you really Sandy's sister?
Enough is enough.
Then I'm not going home anymore. You can do whatever you want with my stuff. Feel free to hire a mover anyway.
Are you sure? So you're going to be homeless or something?
Stop kidding me. There's no way I'm going to do that.
Well then, you can go out empty-handed if you want. Just don't do anything that'll get you in trouble with the police. I don't want you to put more burdens to our family. Hey, Sandy was asking if she can stay at your place. Where are you now?
It doesn't matter where I am. You don't care about me, do you?
You're not going to stay at a cheap motel or something like that, are you?
It's none of your business anyway.
Okay then. Do you have an extra bed for Sandy?
Yes, I do.
I'm just worried that Sandy might get sick from the unsanitary conditions of her new room.
Huh? Stop being rude to me, Mom.
Make sure she sleeps on a clean bed, okay?
Don't worry about that. Sandy said it's more comfortable to stay with me.
What do you mean? Where are you?
If Sandy won't tell you, why should I tell you?
Don't tell me that. You're asking Sandy to pay for her stay. I won't forgive you if you do that.
Listen, I think you've misunderstood me, Mom, so I'll tell you the truth.
Misunderstood? Don't be rude to me, Julia. I'm your mother. There's no way I misunderstood our family matters.
Huh? Why are you being so hysterical? I was just trying to tell you that I don't have any money problems. Why are you being so upset?
Stop blabbering nonsense. You got a job at a small company, right? There's no way that you're receiving a good salary. That's why you need money to make ends meet.
How long ago was that? I told you that I started my own business, didn't I?
Really? I don't know anything about that.
That's because you are not interested in me at all. I knew you weren't listening, but I didn't think you'd go this far. As your daughter, I'm sad to hear that.
You just got a new job at a different company, right? Did you get fired or something?
That's enough. There's no way I can explain to you because you won't understand. This whole conversation is just a waste of time.
Who do you think you're talking to? Don't talk back to your mother. Anyway, tell Sandy to go back home right now. There's nothing to gain by staying with you. Just do what you are told, Julia. Hey, Julia. Sandy told me that she's moving out. Can you explain what's going on?
I thought Dad told you about that.
Your father has nothing to do with this. What are you talking about all of a sudden? I'm asking about Sandy, your sister.
I think Dad is involved too. Both Sandy and Dad said that they are moving out.
Huh? What do you mean? Stop making up stories.
I'm telling you the truth. The house is going to be sold. I think you should get ready to move out.
Wait a minute. I don't know what you're talking about.
What? But Dad told you about divorce, right?
Divorce? Now is not the right time to talk about your father. Besides, divorce is just your father's usual selfishness. Just leave him alone and he'll be in a better mood. Your father has always been like that.
I don't think Dad is being selfish. You are the one who's being selfish. Besides, I think he really meant it when he said he couldn't take it anymore. I know exactly how Dad feels.
That's not true, so you don't have to worry. It's your father who will be in trouble without me.
I don't think so. Dad is a good cook and he can do the housework too. If I were you, I wouldn't let him leave. Besides, I've always thought it's hard to find a father who's as independent as Dad.
Huh? Are you serious?
I'm thinking of asking Sandy and Dad to help me at work. I've already told them the details, so I think both of them are serious.
What kind of work? What the heck are you talking about?
I don't know if you will understand or not. I'm starting my own apparel company.
Apparel?
It's all about fashion, so it seems that you were right. Sandy is attractive and she has a lot of friends, right? That's why I'm going to ask her to do the PR for my company. It's a great idea, isn't it?
Stop blabbering nonsense.
Just listen to me until I finish talking. Dad says that he's going to take advantage of his experience and will do the sales-related work.
Are you telling me that your father and Sandy are going along with your stupid dream story?
That's right.
What?
To be honest, I'm starting a business with uncertain future. The fact that Dad is willing to divorce you to take on this challenge means that he's serious.
Then I'll join you. I'll carry Sandy's bag or whatever. If you want, I can be Sandy's assistant. You can pay me $2,000 a month as Sandy's assistant.
No, there's nothing you can do to help. I'd rather donate that money to my clients than pay you $2,000. Also, Dad is divorcing you and he's willing to help us. It would be annoying for everyone if you join my company, so I'm not gonna let you do that. How can I trust a mother who would kick out her own daughter?
Then what's going to happen to me? What am I supposed to do for my family?
I don't think you have to do anything. From your point of view, you'll be free from me and Dad, right? You don't have to take care of anything. I think that's good enough for you. It's what you always want, isn't it?
Then what about Sandy? Will she be okay?
Sandy always hated you for being overprotective, and you don't even seem to notice that. Looks like she's been troubled about that all the time. Poor Sandy.
Oh no. Did Sandy say that by herself? That must be a lie. There's no way she would say such a thing.
There's no way I would lie to you about something like this. Besides, Sandy said that she wants to work with me. I'm sincerely happy for that.
No kidding. Then how am I supposed to make a living? I don't even have enough money.
Dad said that you can have the money he earned from selling our house. That's enough money for you to live on. I honestly think he doesn't have to give you the money. He says it's his last kindness to you. Dad is a really nice guy, isn't he?
Then what will happen to me after the house is sold? Where am I supposed to live?
It's up to you. Why don't you live together with your new guy or rent a small apartment somewhere? You don't need a big house, do you? Why don't you just rent a room with the money you get from selling our house?
I've never rented before and I don't want to. I don't even know how to do the paperwork. What should I do?
I'll take care of the complicated procedures for you. You should at least prepare for the move yourself and just make sure you get divorced from Dad. It'll affect his future job.
I refuse. I won't approve the divorce.
What? Mom, do you really think you're in a position to be so bossy? Who the heck do you think you are?
What do you mean?
Why don't you take a deep breath and think about it carefully? You know yourself the best.
I haven't done anything wrong, so I don't have to think about that.
Oh well, if that's the way it is, I don't blame you. Then you and Dad can talk about the divorce.
Hey, I can't reach your dad. Can you tell me why?
Because you are so selfish that the discussion about your divorce is stuck. I can understand how Dad is getting exhausted talking to you. He said he's hired a lawyer.
Is that so? Listen, I don't have enough money to live on. Can you help me?
What? Anyway, are you ready to move out?
Move out? What do you mean?
I told you, the sooner you sell the house, the sooner you'll get the money. I've told you many times about that, haven't I?
That may be true, but aren't you worried about your mother? I have no place to move in.
You know what? Dad is the only person who cared about me until now. You've been neglecting me. I've had a lot of humiliating experiences. So I guess it's time for you to experience the same thing.
That's because I thought Sandy was on my side until now. Anyway, I'll be nice to you from now on. I'll do my best for the family. I'll actively take care of you, and I'll even help you with your work. So please, come back.
No, that's absolutely impossible. Dad himself said he absolutely doesn't want to do it. I definitely don't want to do it either.
Why do you say that so forcefully? I've been doing my best for my family. You've seen that, right?
Let me be honest with you, Mom. You think I don't know?
About what? I'm not hiding anything. I told you I didn't do anything wrong.
You disgust me, Mom. You need to think about your life from now on by yourself. Dad has been very patient with you. You're such a jerk for not even knowing that.
Huh? What are you talking about? I've been patient with your dad too.
You've got to be kidding me. Let me just be brutally honest. You were having an affair, weren't you?
What? Affair? I didn't do that. What makes you say that?
Dad didn't want to say it out loud. He tried to divorce you because of a personality mismatch. You really didn't understand how kind Dad was. If you insist so much, I'll tell Dad to talk to you about alimony and stuff.
Alimony? Look, I don't have that kind of money. There's no way I can pay that. That's why you can't charge me with that.
I have all the evidence I need, but I don't want to get in trouble with you. I've been so calm until today. Why can't you understand that?
I see. Then I'm sorry. So please, forgive me. I promise that I won't see that guy I had an affair with from now on. I will do my best to take care of my family.
I'm afraid I can't grant your wish. I know that you just don't want to take responsibility for anything. You always put the blame on someone else. Mom, you're just too selfish.
Don't say that. I just needed a break. I told you that. Even housewives need a day off, didn't I?
You've been neglecting me since a long time ago, Mom. I really wanted you to take care of me like what you did with Sandy. I wanted to be spoiled by you, but now it's too late.
Hey, I'm really sorry. I'm apologizing to you, Julia. From now on, I will change my mind and how I behave.
Oh yeah, if you're going to change your mind, then you must divorce Dad and move out of our house. That's the only way you can fix things. Bye.
Hold on a sec. Julia, are you there?
It was very painful, but I decided to cut ties with my mother. Furthermore, my younger sister, who had received affection from my mother in the wrong way, confessed to me that she hated my mother's words and actions. It was hard for me, but I think my sister must have had a hard time too. Now, Sandy and I are joining forces with our father to start a new company as planned. It is full of hardships that I had never had to face before, but every day is fulfilling. And as for my parents' divorce, it has been unexpectedly prolonged due to the fact that my mother did not give her consent to the divorce. So we have resorted to a last resort. We confronted her with the evidence of her affair. As a result, we received alimony from her. My mother, who lost her house and money, is now working part-time as a cashier at a supermarket. She is now living in a shabby apartment without a bath and far from the station. It seems that it will be difficult for her to live a wealthy life in the future. I think she deserved that, since she was having an affair behind my dad's back and treating me badly.
Hey, when are you coming home? Are you checking the time? It's long past the appointed time. Jade, what's going on?
I had a long meeting with a client. I couldn't turn them away since they came to our office. I'm on my way to the station now. I'm sorry for being late.
You should have let me know in advance. You're not single anymore. You're my son's wife now, so you should be aware of your position.
Yes, I know.
If you understand, then follow the rules. You must start cooking dinner at 6 p.m. and serve it at 7 p.m. I told you that's our rule.
I'm sorry, but I really just happened to be late today. Anyway, I texted you about being late today. I think I sent it around 3 p.m.
What? I just saw your message now.
Really?
I didn't expect my son's wife to be a woman who would make such a blunder. I trusted you, so I didn't check my phone at all. You have betrayed my expectations. Do you think you are a good wife for my son?
I'm very sorry, but please calm down, Esther.
How can you say that after irritating people like this? I can't just calm down. I know you're usually at home being lazy, and suddenly this morning you tell me that you have a meeting today? That's so strange. You were just saying random things. But the truth is that you went somewhere to have fun, right?
That's not true. Besides, I'm not being lazy at home. I usually work from home, but sometimes I need to go out for meetings like today. I'm not just staying at home doing nothing. I've explained it to you before, haven't I?
I don't know anything about that. I wonder why my son got married to a horrible woman like you. Looks like he got the short end of the stick. It's true that you may have a pretty face, but you can't even do the housework after being married for 2 years. On top of that, you can't even have a child. What a useless wife.
That's rude, Esther. You don't have to put it like that. I'm trying my best to get used to everything. I haven't cut corners in housework or work.
Even though you don't cut corners, you're not doing the housework properly. You really are a failure from the beginning. It's so sad that my son, Tommy, was so blind with love that he couldn't see the real you. I wonder if I brought him up the wrong way.
Esther, don't you think you're being too harsh? I've been listening to everything you told me. I've done everything you asked me to do, and yet you call me a failure. I think you just hate me. That's why you're so sarcastic, am I right?
Well, what can I say? I never said anything like that, did I? I think you're just imagining things. Don't be so paranoid.
I'm not paranoid.
Forget it. If you have time to complain to me, just come home quickly. I've got a mountain of housework for you. Because of you, our dinner will be late. Tommy is waiting for you with an empty stomach. Don't you feel sorry for your husband?
Then why don't you cook for him once in a while?
What?
Both you and Tommy always complain about my cooking. Instead of waiting for me to cook something that doesn't even taste good, why don't you cook and eat what you both like?
What are you talking about? You're really cocky. It's your job as my son's wife to take care of the house. I let you join my family, so can't you at least do that? I hope you'll improve your cooking skills as soon as possible.
I understand. Anyway, I'll be home after 7 p.m. today. Dinner will be served after that. I'll make it as fast as I can.
What? Are you telling me that dinner will be late? Eating too late is not good for health. This is why I hate wives who can't take care of their family members.
Please understand that I have no choice. See you later.
Just come back home soon. I'm starving. Please cook something like beef steak for dinner today. Jade, are you there? Is now a good time to talk?
Can I help you?
I really wish I could go talk to you directly in your room, but I don't want to talk to you face to face as much as possible. You don't want to see me face to face either, do you?
I don't think so. Anyway, what is it?
Actually, Tommy and I had a discussion a while ago. We decided to go on a trip.
A trip? You and Tommy together? No one told me anything about that.
What's wrong with that? Are you dissatisfied?
No, that's not what I meant. By the way, when will both of you go for the trip?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? No kidding. That's a very sudden decision. How did you come up with that?
It's not a sudden decision. We've been talking about it for a while.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
Well, that's because it was a secret. I didn't want you to know. But I thought if we left the house together, you would find out anyway. That's why I decided to tell you just now.
I see. I'm so happy for you that your son is taking you on this trip. Aren't you happy too?
You're jealous, aren't you? Even though you are my son's wife, he didn't even ask you to join the trip. Poor Jade.
You're right. He changed his personality right after we got married.
I'm sure that's not true.
Now Tommy thinks of me as his housekeeper.
I'm so proud of my son. I told him to bring me a useful wife, and he married you right away. That boy really loves me after all.
I don't understand. Seems like it's a very deep love between mother and son.
Isn't it obvious? Tommy takes me on trips because he cares about me. But you, on the other hand, no trip, and not even the present on some occasions like Christmas and so on. I think he isn't satisfied with you.
I think you're right. Well, it doesn't matter anyway.
Really? All you do is talk tough. That's why no one cares about you. Anyway, while Tommy and I go for a trip, make sure that you clean every room in the house.
I beg your pardon? You mean all of the rooms? Seriously?
Of course I'm serious. Are you trying to say that our house is too big for you to clean?
Luckily, we don't have that many rooms. But your room and Tommy's room are so messy. I'm just saying it's hard to clean them up.
Wait, what do you mean by that? That's rude. Are you trying to say that my room is dirty?
I didn't say that it's dirty. It's just that there are a lot of unnecessary things inside your room. You and Tommy tend to leave most of your stuff out from the storage. I think it's better for both of you to put them inside the cupboards, drawers, and so on.
What's your problem?
I'm the type of person who loves to throw unnecessary things away one by one.
Are you complaining about our lifestyle?
No, I'm not.
You've got some nerve. I don't need you to tell me what to do in the first place. If you have a problem with me and my son, you are free to leave.
What? Are you sure about that? Then I'll leave.
Really? Hold on a sec.
Well, you were the one who told me that I could leave. You don't mind, right? I'm sorry, but I'm just overflowing with joy.
You're the one who will be in trouble if I or Tommy abandon you. You seem to be pretending that you're doing a good job. But I wonder if you can make a living on your own. I think you'll just end up living on the street.
I don't think so. I think my life will be easier than it is now if I leave. I'll be able to save a lot of money.
Stop blabbering nonsense. What are you talking so high and mighty about? You talk as if you're the one who's feeding me and Tommy. We're able to make ends meet because Tommy brings in a lot of money. I don't owe you anything.
I see. For your information, I'm the one who pays for your hospital bills and clothes.
Don't lie to me. Even an idiot can understand that you only receive a modest monthly income.
I'm not lying. If I left, I'm sure you would be troubled.
Anyway, if you want to leave, be my guest. But in return, please don't come back again, okay? See you. I'm surprised. I didn't expect that you really left the house.
Hi, Esther. Welcome home. I hope you had a nice trip with Tommy. Yes, I did as you told me.
You're so obedient, and I think it's weird somehow. Anyway, you didn't steal any money when you left, did you? If you did, I'll call the police right away.
Oh, come on. Don't make me laugh. You don't have enough money I can steal.
What did you say? Are you making fun of me?
Besides, I'm not a kind of person who'll put myself into trouble, so I didn't steal anything. I just left because you gave me permission. You don't have a problem with that, do you?
Well, that's okay. We don't need you anymore. By the way, I just wanted to confirm one thing.
Yes, what is it?
If you left us, you don't intend to come back, right?
Yes, certainly.
Then, will you divorce my son as soon as possible? It seems that he's seeing someone else.
At this point in time, your son is a married man. Is he having an affair with a married woman?
Huh? Married woman? What are you talking about? Of course not. Don't lie to me just because you're frustrated.
I'm sorry, but I'm telling you the truth.
What do you mean?
I can understand why you are surprised. I was surprised when I first found out too. I didn't expect to find out that my husband was having an affair with a married young girl. I thought that kind of affair only exists in movies.
By any chance, did you realize that your husband was having an affair from a while ago?
Of course. Tommy is easy to understand. He never let go of his cell phone, and he's been working overtime too. He even stayed up all night, and he never did this before. That's why I had no doubt that he was having an affair.
I see. But isn't that just too much? You lied about Tommy's affair partner being married just because she took your husband, right? You'd better watch your mouth.
Excuse me? I didn't say a single lie. I've been telling you the truth from the beginning.
Huh? That can't be true. You can't deceive me like that. Tommy said he wants to marry his affair partner. He isn't stupid enough to make a move on a married woman.
I'm afraid I must tell you that your son is an idiot. You just overestimate him. Anyway, he couldn't even manage to hide his affair from me. If he's not an idiot, then he must be a moron.
Shut up! How dare you speak badly about my son? You said that because you don't want him to leave you, right? It doesn't matter how hard you try to fight back. You're lying to me about Tommy's affair partner being a married woman because you want me to take your side. I know you're just trying to ruin their relationship by having me to stop my son. I won't be fooled by your tricks.
No, I didn't mean it in the first place. I don't see any benefit in deceiving you anyway. I mean, I don't care if my husband is having an affair. I'll just charge him alimony and get a divorce.
What? Alimony? What are you talking about? Isn't it your fault? You're the one who's not doing the housework and wasting Tommy's money, aren't you? I'm going to charge you alimony for all the money you've wasted. Be prepared for that.
I'm surprised that both you and your son have no idea about what's going on. Don't you have common sense? It's definitely Tommy's fault for having an affair behind my back. I will never pay you alimony since I didn't do anything wrong.
I think you shouldn't get carried away like that. You must divorce my son as soon as possible. I don't want to have a wicked woman like you as my family member.
Of course, I'll file for a divorce. I'm the victim here. I've already filled out the divorce papers, so I'll send them to you. Please have Tommy fill the rest and submit them. See you in 5 days.
It's been a while. How are you, Jade?
Hello, Esther. I'm fine, thanks for asking. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Actually, Tommy is planning to invite that girl to come today. I've seen her picture. She's so young and pretty. She's going to be my son's new wife. I was so happy, so I just decided to text you.
Wow, that's great news. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Please don't bully her this time.
That's rude. I've never bullied anyone. Oh, I think he's back. Please wait for a while. Hey, Jade, can you come over to my place right now?
Huh? Why should I do that? I have nothing to do with you guys anymore.
But you see, I'm in trouble. I can't ask anyone else for help with something like this. Just come here and help me, okay?
I don't know what happened, but you told me not to come back forever, right? So there's nothing I can do.
I know, but things have changed. Please, come back. I forgive you for everything you've done.
What are you talking about? Have you finally lost your mind?
I need you to come back to us. Tommy just brought that girlfriend of his. It seems that she really was a married woman.
I told you so, didn't I? But you didn't believe me. I told you I wasn't lying.
Because I didn't think she was really a married woman. It seems that her husband found out about the affair. I have to hide her in my house now. I don't know how this happened.
I'm the one who told her husband about the affair.
What? Did you really do that?
That's right. Because I think her husband has the right to know that his wife was having an affair. He can claim for alimony if he has the proof.
I can't believe this is really happening. Did you contact her husband?
Yes, I did. Well, the husband was an acquaintance of mine to begin with.
No way. What do you mean? I don't understand.
I met Tommy because we worked at the same company. So, all of his co-workers are acquainted with me too. By the way, Tommy's affair partner is also one of the co-workers. Her husband is not an exception too. In other words, we know each other. She works for the same company as her husband, but in a different department. But she was having an affair with Tommy without hesitation. Unbelievable, isn't it? She has no common sense, no matter how you think about it.
Silly Tommy! That's such a risky thing to do. I'm speechless.
Tommy is such an idiot. I can't believe he was having an affair with a co-worker of his wife whom he sees every day. I wonder what kind of nerve does he have? Is it a matter of upbringing in your family? Well, shame on you then.
You're lying, aren't you? There's no way that my son would do such a thing.
So both I and the husband of Tommy's affair partner will charge alimony. It's obvious.
Wait a minute. It's going to be hard to pay if you ask for so much at once. How am I supposed to pay for it?
That's none of my business. I don't care. I know Tommy told you that he's going to get promoted, but in fact, he's just an employee without any job title. His salary is very modest, isn't it?
What? I thought my son has a good income.
I talked to the husband of his affair partner. I heard that he can't even meet his quota. No wonder his salary is very modest. I was the one who's paying for his living expenses.
Are you kidding me?
I told you about the living expenses, didn't I?
I thought you quit your job after you got married to my son.
I just left that company and started another job. You and Tommy told me to do the housework, so I chose a company that allows me to work from home and only attend on-site meeting once in a while. Well, I was still making twice as much as Tommy.
Seriously? Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I told you many times, didn't I? It was you who didn't listen.
Then what about our future life?
Well, in a word, it's all over.
Oh no!
By the way, I've already reported this matter to Tommy's company. Please look forward to their decision of compensation. It took about a week to get rid of both of them. As you can imagine, Tommy and his affair partner were dismissed on disciplinary grounds. I was happy to hear about that from the husband of Tommy's affair partner. In addition, Tommy and his affair partner had to pay a large sum of money for alimony. Both Tommy and his affair partner are looking for a new job. They are living day to day while working several part-time jobs. But of course, they couldn't make ends meet, so Tommy decided to ask his mother for help. The three of them are now living together, draining the money Esther had saved for retirement at an alarming rate. Can you do me a favor? I need to talk with you now. I'll try to be brief.
There's no one around the desk right now, so you're good to go.
Good to hear that. My company's having a year-end party early because it's a busy season at the end of the year. I'd like to attend too, so is that okay?
Are the participants only women?
It's our department's year-end party, so there's no way it's only for women. But we're all colleagues who work together all the time. They are the people I know, supervisors and colleagues.
Don't you remember what I always tell you? I don't want you to go if any guy is involved. How many times have I told you? Just don't go to the year-end party.
What? But all of my colleagues will be attending the year-end party. It's a party to say thank you for all your hard work over the past year. I can't be the only one to miss it. It's too painful. It's a work-related event, so let me attend.
Even if it's for work, I won't let you attend if there's a guy there. You should think about how I feel. You don't know what happens when you get drunk. You have no idea what drunken men will do to you. Anyway, give up on the year-end party.
No way. I've never heard of anyone with alcohol-related issues in my company. The attendees aren't all men, you know. I'll sit next to a woman during the year-end party, and I'll talk to women only. I promise, so you should let me attend.
That's gonna be hard. If your boss or a male employee were to talk to you, can you completely ignore them? I don't think you can do that.
Well, you're right.
You can't, can you?
But hey, it's really nothing to worry about. Of course, I'll go home right away after the party is finished. I haven't been able to go to one of these since we got married.
I wonder why you don't understand what I'm trying to tell you. You don't understand the state of mind of a man with alcohol in his veins.
I know, but it's not like that.
People usually change their attitude after drinking alcohol. Sexual harassment is all over the news nowadays, and it's often triggered during a drinking party. I can't let you be a victim of that.
Sexual harassment? Isn't that a leap too far? Because my colleagues are really not that kind of people. I'm always absent from the drinking parties, so I have to attend once in a while. I think it's important to socialize with the people at work.
Are you telling me that your company forces you to attend the year-end party? If it's true, I think you should leave the company right away. It doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't think you get the point.
I never once told you to work, did I? I'm working, so I wanted you to be a housewife.
I'm proud of the work I do. You know that, don't you? There's no way I can quit so easily.
Then don't attend the year-end party. You don't have to force yourself to attend if your husband doesn't want you to do that. If you want to have a tea party with just the women, it's fine. There will be many male employees at the party, and drinking alcohol is out of the question. So my answer is absolutely not.
I've never once told you that there are crazy people in my office, have I? And yet, what are you always worried about? You won't even let me attend the year-end party. It's just strange. Do you think I'm that untrustworthy? Please, let me join the party this time.
Do you really want to go to a drinking party with men so badly?
I didn't mean it that way.
Okay, then let's have a divorce.
Why would you do that? Isn't that too extreme?
I don't think you're satisfied to have me as your husband.
What on earth are you talking about? I'm just saying I'd like to attend the year-end party, okay?
Are you trying to cheat on me?
No kidding.
You're trying so hard to convince your husband since you want to mingle with the guys, aren't you? That means you're thinking about having an affair. Or is there a man you're already having an affair with? I can't stay married with a woman like that.
I have no idea what you're talking about. It's just socializing at work. I believe almost every company in this country has a year-end party. Could you please consider about that?
I care about you. I always think of you first. I'm so anxious and worried. Can't you understand my feelings too? I beg you, please don't participate. If you keep this up, I'm going to lose my mind.
That much? I don't know what you're worried about. It's a little crazy somehow. Okay, I got it. But we're a couple, so I wish you'd trust me more. I won't attend the party, but you should at least understand that my position is at stake.
I understand. I'm sorry. I know in my head that I shouldn't do this. It's selfish of me, right? I hate myself for that.
No worries. Besides, I'm too embarrassed to report my divorce to people around me at a drinking party.
I'm your loving husband, so how can there be divorce? But I'm well aware that what I said was just too much. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about that. Sorry it took so long. I'm going back to work.
Okay then. Thanks to you that I'll be able to work in peace.
Jasper, are you busy right now? Do you have a minute?
What's up?
I just wanted to ask you,
What is it?
did you go to the convenience store today?
I went there to get my lunch. What about it?
I made you pack lunch, but you went out to buy lunch?
Yeah, I got invited, so I just went. I thought I'd get some dessert.
Anyway, who was that person walking with you?
My subordinate in the same department. Did you see us? Were you out there too?
Yeah, I had a meeting, so I went by your office. Then, I happened to see you and that person.
I see. You should have called out to me. We're a married couple, so no need to hesitate.
Huh? Hold on a sec. You were walking holding hands with a woman I don't know, right? Do you think I'm just going to call out to you so easily?
What? I was only holding a plastic bag, so there's no way that I was holding hands with a woman. Are you sure you saw the right person?
I think so. I couldn't believe my eyes, so I took a picture. You went out this morning in this suit. Here's the picture. So, the woman you were walking with is your subordinate, right? Are you working in a company that allows you to hold hands with your subordinates?
We're not holding hands. Isn't it just because of the picture that it looks like that? I just happened to be walking beside her. She dropped something and I just picked it up for her. I think you took the picture the moment I handed the thing she dropped.
Is that so? I was too surprised, so I decided to follow you both. I even saw you guys go straight into a hotel. You kept me on a tight leash, but you were out there cheating on me with a woman. I can't believe you dared to do that.
Why not? I need a break, don't I? I don't have a choice.
What do you mean by a break?
I think about you all the time. I think about you so much that sometimes I go crazy, and I get tired of being alone. When I'm tired of thinking about you, and I'm tired of working, I'm just so exhausted. My subordinate asked me if I'd like to take a break, so I took her offer.
Are you kidding me? So you're telling me that your relaxation is cheating? I don't feel good about this. You're too restrictive to begin with. You don't even let me socialize, so I'm left to fend for myself. But look at what you've done.
You are surrounded by men, Anne. How can I let you socialize with those people? I'm worried about you.
I'm not surrounded by men all the time. As I've said many times, they're my boss and colleagues at work.
Even if they are, it's unforgivable.
What's unforgivable about that? I don't understand.
Women aren't supposed to have relationships with men other than their husbands.
I'm not having a relationship with my boss and colleagues. If you think so, I can say the same thing to your subordinate. I've never been in a relationship with anyone other than my husband.
But you wanted to go to the year-end party so badly.
It's just a year-end party. Isn't that normal?
No, it's not normal. It's unforgivable. You're like that. That's why you need my supervision, right? Because you tried to go out drinking with other guys.
Most people drink at parties, aren't they? Then what about you? Not just drinking. You went to a hotel in broad daylight, holding hands with a girl. Isn't that too selfish?
I was just trying to take a little break. What's wrong with that? I'm busy watching you while working. I'm tired many times more than you, so it's obvious that I need to take a break. Don't you care about me?
Are you crazy? Do you know what you're saying? Are you asking me to let you cheat behind my back?
Yeah, maybe you're right. It was cheating. So it's not the same as infidelity, okay?
I don't think so.
I was just taking a break. You're not having an affair with another man, are you?
Absolutely not.
You can say whatever you want. I don't know if it's true or not. I'll do whatever I want with another woman.
What a lame excuse. All right then, if you insist. I'll allow you to take a break.
Oh, okay. You just have to understand. This is all for your own good.
Yeah, I know that you're always busy with work. Also, that you're always thinking about me. That's why you're tired, right?
That's right. You know that so well. I'm a loving husband, and there's no man in my company who can compete with me for that. Everyone knows that fact.
Yes, I get it. I can't believe that you have such a shallow thinking. Then I need a break too. I'm exhausted from being watched by you every single day.
Huh?
Well, I'm busy with work, but I have to deal with your feelings every day. So I get tired too.
Is that so? You're not tired, are you? Because I'm the one who's thinking about you.
I'm very tired. That's why I need to take a break, right? If I don't take a break, I'm going to get neurotic.
I agree with you. That's true. I knew you'd understand.
Of course I do. I'm your wife. Let's take a break.
You're right. You're the most understanding person I know.
Glad to hear that. This whole thing has given me a lot to think about. I'll try to think of a way to have a break. Of course, you're free to do whatever you want to.
Seems like you've changed all of a sudden, but I'm proud of you. Thanks for putting me first.
I'm glad you're happy. Do you want something to eat for dinner?
What's up all of a sudden? Are you home early today?
It's not particularly early.
Well, I'm sorry to bother you, but I have a drinking party today.
Oh, really? Sorry for asking that.
What did you apologize?
Today was your day to take a break, wasn't it?
How did you know?
Because I decided I'd be the best wife for you.
I don't think I understand what you're trying to say. How do you know my schedule?
Oh, I checked your schedule yesterday. It's my duty as your wife to keep track of your schedule. It was very carefully written and easy to understand. Oh, and from now on, I'll support you with all my might.
Huh? I don't get it.
I've been thinking a lot about how I should take a break. At first, I didn't know what to do. But when I found out how you take a break, I thought maybe there's something I'm not doing right. So you needed to take a break, right?
Yes, but you don't have to be so serious about that.
No, I've been very sorry for myself so far. I've been thinking what I can do to make it easier for me. So, I came to a conclusion that I should give you my full support. Great idea, right?
Yes, it is. You're still the best wife I've ever had. I never thought I'd be loved like this. Thank you.
I'm not sure whether you are loved or not, but I'll make sure I'm there to support you. That's how I take a break.
But, you know, the content doesn't look good to me. What are you going to support me for?
You don't have to worry about that. Just do what I tell you to do. I was just explaining the details. Anyway, you'll miss the check-in at the hotel I've reserved.
What hotel? I don't remember making any reservation for that.
That's why I'm here to help you. You've got a busy work schedule, don't you? I'm going to be your cheerleader from now on, for your best relaxation.
What? Seriously? You booked me a hotel room?
Yes, I did. I told you I'd do my best to help you relax, didn't I? Since you let me do it, I won't do anything halfway. I'll do my best. I'll send you the location of the hotel I booked. Now just concentrate on getting the job done quickly.
Oh, come on. No matter how much I want to relax, you don't even have to do that.
I told you I'll do my best, didn't I? I just want you to have the best relaxation you can get. I'm booking you a room 30 minutes after the end of your working hour. It's near your office. I've already paid for it on my end. All you have to do is to take your coworker with you. If you have time, you should tell her right away. Don't forget.
Hey, are you serious?
Of course I am. I'm not a person who likes black joke. I'm sorry for not being a good wife to you, so I've given you the best hospitality. You won't have any complaints either, will you? I'm sure you'll find the relaxation satisfying.
You want me to go to the hotel with my coworker?
Yes, it's the best, isn't it?
No way. I think something's wrong. This is a lie, right? I don't want you cheering me up like this, okay?
Huh? What are you talking about? You told me that you're tired all the time because of your job and me. Besides, you need a break from your exhaustion, don't you? That's why I'm doing everything I can to cheer you up. That's all. So, are you almost done with work? I have to hurry or I'll be late for my appointment.
Today, I might have to work late.
Why? You'll get tired if you keep working so much. You have to relax with your coworker.
She might have to work late too.
What? That's not good. You'll get tired again. Relaxation is something you have to do as much as you can, right? You have to do that.
No, that's enough. Please, just quit. Cancel the hotel, will you? It's my fault. Don't worry about that.
Oh no. If you keep pushing yourself, you'll choke and collapse. If both of you are so busy with work, I'll ask your boss to reduce your workload. If you don't do that, you won't be able to relax. I'm preparing the best situation for you, Jasper. Do you want me to call your office?
Please, don't do that. It's my fault. Just quit calling the company, please.
Why? You said it was important to take a break, didn't you? I was sorry and I've changed my mind. I'm going to do everything in my power to support your relaxation. I should be the one complaining to your company, right? That's my job as your wife.
Okay, I get it. I don't need to take a break anymore. So you don't even have to give me your full support. Besides, I'm going straight home today.
Don't say that. I was trying my best to support your relaxation, so you can relax with your coworker.
Enough. I understand what you're trying to tell me. I'm sorry. Let's talk about it when I get home today. That will be my new way to take a break.
What? That's not what you were saying. You don't have to be shy with me. I'll do my best to support your relaxation. That way, I won't have to be monitored by you.
Oh no.
I had been mistakenly thinking that Jasper loved me because he was being overprotective, and I was listening to what he told me. But I realized that my love for him had cooled because of his unbelievable excuses. When I witnessed the scene of the affair, I immediately thought that I can get a divorce. He didn't seem like a man I could have a serious discussion with. I decided to play the fool with him as long as I could. I thought I would be lucky if he left me while I was fooling around. When Jasper came home that day, he apologized sincerely. But when I told him that I'll do my best to support his relaxation, he looked pale and stormed out of the house. After that, I officially divorced him. I got alimony from both of them and am investing in myself. Thanks to them, I'm about to get a good job.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!